Welcome, Vault Dwellers. My name is Nacho Bidness, and this is episode 13 of my Fallout 4 No Loot Challenge Run. The short version of the rules was that I am not allowed to use the A button here on Xbox to pick up anything out of the world or take anything out of a container and put it into my inventory. The exception is crops. I need something for my settlements that I can barter with to get the junk that I need to actually play the game. And since we're playing on survival mode, we also need something for our character to eat. Now, I have attempted on more than one occasion to have a companion complete a quest for me, essentially. And have not had very much luck with that. Yep. Which overall I have been fine with. It feels just kind of on the very edge of cheating. Kind of violates the spirit of the run a little bit. And yet, I am hoping to use the companions to essentially be able to complete some of the main quests that require picking up items. And so far, I've not had any luck with that, but I recently came over here to this swamp here at, what was it called? Forest Grove Marsh. And that is because there's a guy, that doesn't count. We'll go ahead and drop that. There's a guy in Diamond City who wants a mutated fernflower. And I came over here before and asked Piper to
take a look.
Pick a mutated fernflower for me. And didn't think that she had done it. And yet, later on, in her inventory, what did I find but a mutated fernflower? So I am attempting to get her to do it again because I wanted to prove that I had not come over here and picked this up myself, but she is being very obstinate. I really want to capture this on video because to me it's just important to try and show that I am not cheating on my run here. And doggone it, Piper.
Hey.
Well, I'm going to speed up time a little bit, and if I get her to eventually pick another one of these fern flowers, we'll show it to you. There you go. There you go. So, at least in some very limited instances, companions can potentially be used to fetch things to finish a quest. Now, I am not going to turn that in. As I said, it feels a little bit like cheating. It feels like it's kind of violating the spirit of the run to have my companions do things that I cannot. But it does give me hope that that is a potentially viable workaround for some main quest points where I think that I am going to be essentially forced to either pick something up or end the run. And if it comes to that, I'll hold my nose and I'll do it, but I don't want to. It's a nice surprise for the start of the day. I'm going to join you here in a minute again at Overland Station. Welcome to Overland Station. I have been able to fill this place up with people fairly quickly because I had some unemployed settlers in some other settlements, and you can see that I have planted a lot of crops here. And in fact, I do plan to plant even more as soon as more settlers arrive. Reason being, this is fairly close to Hangman's Alley in Diamond City, and it means that if I can come over here and get close to filling up my carry weight with crops, that is going to be a very efficient way to continue topping up my caps and being able to afford ammunition. I have actually spent a few hours since our last episode going around and just going to settlements and picking crops and finding vendors and selling things. You can tell that I'm back up to 5,300 caps, and although I am not looting, at least not according to the rules of the run here. And I finally managed to find ballistic fiber, and I just forgot to dump that into my workbench, but some ballistic fiber finally spawned on Myrna, so I'm going to be able to upgrade my chest piece. Looking forward to that. At this point, I am only buying things that have oil or ballistic fiber. I've got kind of plenty of everything else when it comes to supplies in my settlement network. I'm also topped up on ammo, so it has taken a long time and it has been very tedious, but we're doing pretty good. As for stats here at Overland Station, right now we've got 10 people, 60 food, 15 water, and I intend to pack just a few more people and a few more crops in here. Now you can also see that I've got defense 88. Doesn't actually do you any good to go over 100, but I really just want to avoid as many attacks as possible here at Overland Station. I want people happy and producing crops, so we're going to try and keep that defense going as long as we can keep finding oil to build turrets. And that leads us into what we're going to do today, because I have been talking about wanting to essentially start clearing quests from the bottom. However, a lot of these I just can't do. Talked about all these last time that I either can't do them or I am going to end up encountering them in the course of normal gameplay. We tried last time to get Piper to pick up that locket in the satellite station. She would not do it. The apartment in Goodneighbor can wait until we go to Goodneighbor. I cannot complete Captain Cosmos because I have to pick up a holotape, and my companions refuse to do that. Can't pick up the key for Shrouded Manor. I'm not exactly sure about Holiday Spirits, but the line item here says find packages. Doesn't sound very likely like I'm going to finish that one. We're going to get to the Museum of Witchcraft eventually, and this one is Creation Club, and for some reason that strange signal is just quiet. Like I never hear anything, and the quest never advances. I may have to go look at a wiki. As for this one, a place to call home, find the condo. I don't remember where or what this is, but it is further to the east than I'm ready to go yet. Eventually I'll get over to Cabot House, and I suppose we'll pick that quest up at that time. Boy, there's a lot of quests on the log here. Same thing with that, with this diner here. So it's just a long list of fetch quests that I am not able to complete under the rules of the run. So let us skip ahead out of all these other ones that some of these we've tried, like out in left field. Some of them we haven't tried yet, but we already kind of know that it's not going to go well. The Confidence Man. This one I think I can do. And I happen to be extremely close to the Beantown Brewery. So I am going to pick my crops, and I'm going to get myself well rested and I'll join you again at Beantown Brewery. So here we are at Beantown Brewery, and there is Travis. Hello, Travis.
Hey. Oh,
I really think that you should stay outside, my friend.
Odds are, if they've got Vadim, he's inside.
We are definitely going to be okay.
Definitely. We'll be fine.
Okay. Good.
That's a good attitude.
You can totally do this, Travis. Piper like that.
Any,
We have actually already unlocked her companion perk. She just really likes being in settlements and doing crafting, and that's kind of all it took. So that means we need to find another companion to start working on their affinity, and I'm not quite ready for Nick Valentine, so we might have to go find Strong. That is going to be tough.
Just
not sure if we're really
calm.
ready for that
Don't go
yet,
crazy in
but
there.
right.
I think after this we might have to give it a try.
Calm. Okay.
So, Travis, guess there's not any way to really talk you into staying outside. Let's switch over to our pistol. The sight lines in here are fairly short. So we're going to get in sneak mode and see what happens. Actually, before we start taking on this dungeon, I almost forgot. We've got a couple perks to use, and I've looked around. I'd like to have another rank of ninja, but I can't unlock that yet. I can unlock another rank of sneak, and running no longer adversely affects stealth is great because I am really bad at forgetting and moving way too fast. And I've thought about it, and I think the best thing I can do right now is take a rank of endurance. At the moment, our hit points are 194 out of 203, and I'm taking this endurance to get up to 220 because every time I get caught, it is almost certain death, and I would like to be able to withstand at least maybe a couple of shots without getting killed every single time. So that is Travis. That was pretty bad.
Hey there.
Could you just maybe stay here? No, we're just going to say hey there and nothing. And unfortunately with him as a companion, we're going to get a lot of kind of false detections on our sneak mode. There are a couple red scorpions in that room upstairs, but we can't get eyes on them, so we're just going to have to motor on. Nice thing about this pistol is that it has a pretty big clip, and we can get an awful lot of bath shots in it. Let's just see if we can spot ourselves some raiders. And there is Tower Tom. I wonder if I can hit you from here. I can, but I can't quite kill you. Let's just try taking some VATS shots at him, and there we go. So that is one of the named characters down, and okay, that is Travis. I thought we were having a raider come around the corner, but we have set ourselves up kind of in a shooting gallery, and I'm not real thrilled about that. Let's see if we can maybe get some shots with Old Faithful on these guys, but because every time we get the first shot with Old Faithful, it's double damage. And as long as Piper and... Alright, 95%, I'll take it. As long as Piper and Travis don't take any pistol shots at people, we're going to be in great shape with Old Faithful, because it is accurate and it hits like a truck. That is 3 named raiders down. And we're in caution. Let's see if we can't find what's making us in caution. Aha, psycho. Could we maybe get you through the floor? Yes, we can. Alright. Downside, we used a bunch of fusion cores. Or fusion cells, I should say. Upside, I think this room is clear. There are more raiders in here. I definitely know that there are still some more upstairs. We're just gonna very methodically and carefully clear this place out. And I suppose I could disarm that tripwire, but it's gonna be junk that I have to remember to drop, so forget it. Let's just go up here and take a peek around the corner and see if we can't get some shots on, I think, 2 guys in here, but maybe just the one. Anybody else? Oh, yes there is. Save me, Vats defense. Alright. That's those 2 taken care of. And I am reasonably sure there's a couple of rat roaches in here, so we'll just try and crack this lock. And
Sweet.
You sure know your way around a bobby pin.
see if we can get some wax on these rat roaches that are in here. Knees on the wall. You want to come down, buddy? Or just die. Either or. I'll take it. Alright.
I guess this place doesn't get a whole heck of a...
Alright. I think we did it. And I think we did it and made it look easy. But let's just not do anything dumb by sprinting over there or breaking our sneak just yet. In fact, let's get our pistol back out and just kind of scan the room here. Make sure that we don't have anybody else. So let's see, in the dungeon steamer trunk that we can't get.
Hell of a setup just to...
Vadim, I will get to you in just a second. I'm just kind of curious where this elevator goes and if there's any raiders down there. And, you know, hey, Piper's going to come with me. All too often it seems like it's hard to get companions to ride elevators with you. So there's a trap, but otherwise we're in excellent condition. Let's go have a chat with Vadim. Alright, I just heard an explosion. I don't know what that's all about. But everything seems okay. Alright. I am trying to remember if there's anything important on this terminal. So let's crack this open and see what we got.
I'm through.
Alright, just a lot of lore. So, nothing to see here. At least not on this run. We're not really doing lore on this run. So, Vadim, my friend, you fucked up. Pretty bad. But I'm here to fix it for you.
Thank you. I didn't know if anyone would come. I thought perhaps this is the end. Thank you, thank you. You are true friend.
Does this mean I get free stays at your hotel?
Are there more of them? Are they gonna come after you again?
No, this was best they could do. You got them. These idiots had caps and chems just lying around. They did not notice when I filled my pockets.
Well,
You deserve
I'm
what
not
I
going to
took.
say no. It's not looting if he hands them to me.
I am surprised to see you here.
Hey, Vadim. I'm glad you're safe.
How did you get roped into this?
I wasn't forced or anything.
Roped into this. No, man, Travis was a bloody hero.
You are full of surprises, my friend.
So, Travis, does this mean that you're more confident now? Are you going to not be such
Hey there.
a terrible DJ?
What a day, huh? Hey, listen. I wanted to say thanks. This has been... well, it's been crazy. But I've learned a lot, I think.
I bet you have, Travis. That's good to
Came through it
hear.
all pretty well, Travis. That's good to hear.
Thanks.
Pretty well? I barely recognize you, Travis.
After all this, I think about the things that had me worried so much, and it just seems silly, you know? Like, was I really? That's nothing compared to being beaten up, shot at. I can do so much more.
Good for you, Travis.
Thanks again. I owe you.
That completes Confidence Man, and we get a lot of experience points. So, I am not 100% sure what I want to do next, so I will join you as soon as I figure that out. We are back at Hangman's Alley, and regardless of what quest I think that I should do next, there's one thing that I have very much been looking forward to, and looking forward to this almost as much as getting a doctor, and that is getting myself a level 3 junk vendor. I am going to be glad to be able to finally trade off even more in my own settlement, but also potentially have access to some things that are a little bit harder to find. Ballistic fiber immediately springs to mind. And this fella has just showed up, and he doesn't have a job yet, so I think he looks like he might make an excellent junk vendor. I'm not 100% sure whether or not he's going to be able to path up there, but it certainly looks like it. When we wait for him to make his way up to the Emporium here, I think I have figured out what my next step is going to be. I could go over to Vault 88 and get Curie unlocked, but there's a lot of opportunity for chances to gain affinity with different companions on the way to making that happen, and so I think that the next closest companion that is going to be available to me is probably going to be Deacon. So I am going to do a little bit of bartering with this guy, and
I'd like to
then
trade
we
some
are
items.
going to... Oh, wait, no. That's trade. We don't want to do that. And after that, I'm going to get myself well rested
I've got a few
and
minutes to
well
browse.
fed and all that good stuff, and we are going to walk the Freedom Trail. And I am certain that there are probably going to be a few interesting things that happen along the way there, so when those occur, I will start recording again and let you see what we find along the way. Well, we are approaching Boston Common, and
Walking right into Boston Commons.
Piper says that people don't come back from here. And that is, of course, because of the super mutant behemoth Swan. We have not taken on a behemoth yet. We have kind of tiptoed around the behemoth that lives at Carhenge, kind of south of the co-op settlement. But today, I think it's time to attempt to take him on. And I will say the Boston Common here is a lot smaller in game than it is in real world, and that is true of a lot of locations for Fallout in our life. But why are we not hitting Swan? I feel like I'm getting him, but let's try aiming just a little bit lower. And he's a big angry boy. Let's try a critical shot on his head and see if that can help knock him down a little bit. That did a nice big chunk of damage. So yeah, you just stand there and roar. If you do that, well, you're gonna die. Nice. How I don't really miss out on the Furious Power Fist, although I do pull out a baseball bat every once in a while. Mary is very much not a melee character, but I am kind of sorry that we don't get to pick up all this fiberglass. Same with there's some magazines and other little assorted loot around here, along with some different lore, but there's a lot of rads, and we're not really doing lore on this run anyway, so let's just move along, shall we? I will let you know. I don't think that there's anything kind of significant between here and the actual Old North Church. There might be some ghouls, but frankly, those are uninteresting at this stage of the game. They don't pose as much peril as they used to, as long as I see them coming. Can I read this torn letter without actually taking it? No, I cannot. So, Mikhail's torn letter will forever be a mystery, unless, of course, you're playing without the no looting rules. Anyways, here's the start of the Freedom Trail, and Journey's End, follow Freedom's lantern.
Welcome.
Well, indeed. Alright, yeah, this is a real thing in real Boston that you can go follow for yourself, but for now, I am going to cut away again and join you again at the Old North Church. I forgot that the Freedom Trail led us directly past Goodneighbor. I mean, there's the line of red bricks, and you can't miss the sign for Goodneighbor. And so that means that there is another companion that is frankly even closer than Deacon, and that is McCready. McCready is a good companion with a very good perk that I would like to at least try to unlock. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I can't recall if I'm going to have to pick something up, and whether or not I might be able to make McCready pick it up for me, if there is such a thing. But we are at least going to make the attempt. So put the guns away, put the charisma gear on, and let's take a look around Goodneighbor and see what we've got to offer here. Without insurance, well, I don't think so.
You better back off, or you're the one who's
And
gonna
Mary,
need insurance.
you're wearing blackface.
We'll just
Inappropriate.
paid up for now, okay? Time out. Someone steps through the gate the first time.
Hello, Hancock. Are you going to stab this? I've never passed that speech check before.
What do you
I wonder if Hancock is going to stab this guy anyway.
I said let her go. You're soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new man.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about.
I think there's gonna be a stabbing. Yep. Stabby, stabby. Hello, Hancock. Long time no see. I mean, I haven't seen you in this playthrough at all, but, you know,
But a mayor's gotta make a point.
I missed you. I enjoy Hancock as a companion.
I'm fine. Thanks for
Thank
taking
you
care
for
of it.
taking care of him.
Don't
Although,
let this
Mary,
incident
we have
taint your
got to try and find a place to save and load because did no one ever teach you that blackface, even as a glitch, is not okay?
Yeah, I feel you.
Good. You stay cool, and you'll be part of the neighborhood. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Part of the neighborhood. Like, Hancock is like an ultra-violent Mr. Rogers. I love him. Anyways, let's just kind of take a look around a Goodneighbor. Mostly I want to come here with Harry McCready, but I'm pretty sure that Daisy here is going to give me a quest to go to the library, and boy, I sure do love the library. So I'm not joking. The library is a great place.
Got any work?
I'm looking for work.
Super mutants have taken over the old Boston Public Library. I got a lot. You get those lumbering brutes out of there, I'll pay you 200 caps.
200 caps is not very much. Give me more
I don't
money.
think that's enough money to cover clearing out a whole building.
You got a good point. Well,
No. Try
It's not just the
again.
cost of ammunition. Danger means doctor's fees.
yeah, all right.
Uh-huh.
All right. Nope.
Sorry.
We're gonna go for
Not
it.
enough. Guess that library's gonna be Super Mutant Central from now on.
Look, I've been shilling deals for 2 centuries, and you just overplayed your hand. The job's 200.
Oh.
Take it or leave it.
Well then, the first time that we have failed a persuasion check. You know what, Daisy? We deserve that.
While you're there,
I was
It's
overconfident there.
from the library. Don't even ask how long it's been.
Okay, so got ourselves a quest. We've got
Daisy.
an overdue book to return,
Something, don't bother
and
telling me it's an
I
error.
would like
I'll
to see
buy
what you've
whatever
got
it is you're selling.
in your inventory.
Did you say
So,
something
just out of
about people
curiosity,
screaming
Daisy,
at you?
is people
That's
screaming
right.
at you?
Some newcomers have never seen a ghoul before. Can't handle a friendly face, I say. So you need some supplies?
I mean, after what Mama Murphy did to Mary earlier, ghoul faces just aren't even that bad.
Have any shelter to go. Done wonders for my skin. I look pretty good for being 220 years old. Now you buying anything?
220 years,
You're
wow, that is
220 years old.
Okay,
Pretty old.
okay.
Yeah.
It's more like 270 years. But don't go blabbing that to everyone. Being a ghoul means you live a long time. Do you know what it's like being that old?
Kinda. Actually, a little bit.
More than you might think.
Well, now you're just making fun of me. If you were as old as I was, you would have been around.
Well,
since before
Daisy,
the war.
now that you
So
mention it,
let's hear it. Come on. Tell me what the world was like before the war if you're so ancient.
I had a beautiful house. White picket fence and a lawn with the greenest grass you've ever seen. It was peaceful.
It was, wasn't
well, you can
it? Sorry. Last thing you
you
want
can
to see
really
is
hear
my
the
blade
longing in
tearing
Mary's voice there,
Well,
can't you?
you're either the most well-preserved ghoul I've ever seen, or you're the second best bullshitter and good neighbor. Ah!
Second best.
It's the truth. All of it.
You know, if you haven't already, you should check out the Hotel Rexford. Well, we should...
All right. Yeah, finally, let's,
What
what
kind
do we
of
got
things
for
do
sale
you-
here?
Oh, a bit of everything. Canned beans to... So chances are you'll find some.
I've got a few minutes to
What do we
browse.
got?
All
What
the
do we got?
supplies money or violence can buy.
Ooh, anti-material rifle. This is Creation Club content, and I haven't decided whether I'm going to use this yet. Hunters, though, is crap. So, not really tempted by that as of right now. Is there anything else in her inventory as far as weapons go that I can't live without? Not really. What do we got for armor? Do we have, by chance, maybe a pre-war dress? Because I would like Mary to have a pre-war dress. No such luck. We got some combat armor arms, but we've already got that, and we've got some combat armor legs. I do wish that the game would flag more obviously if a piece of armor was, the light, medium, or heavy version of combat armor. There's probably a mod for that somewhere. Damage from humans. That is very interesting and tempting. We might have to come back for that. As for this left leg, ooh, I don't have any legendary gear on my left leg. This is combat armor, and I can take it and maybe even make it a little bit better. So, yeah, we are going to buy that for sure. Do I have anything to sell right now? Just a couple of jets. I have not been to my settlements lately, but that is all right. I am kind of flush with caps right now, but not looking like we're going to get lucky and find ourselves a. Let's see, is that a leg or? No, I don't think that's any better than what I've got. Don't think we're going to get lucky and find ourselves a pretty pre-war dress, but that's all right. This new piece of armor is an excellent new toy that we can go play with the next time we see a workbench. Daisy was great. Cleo, what do you got?
Everything here is good.
I like Cleo's character, but we've kind of played around with dialogue as much as we need to. I think today I don't want to get this too bogged down with just talking to other characters. Let's see what Cleo has for weapons. Actually, how am I doing on mines? I could use a top up on mines. I like having 4, just because it means that I'm carrying around 2 pounds of mines, and it's kind of just enough for most situations. But she's not holding any mines. That's, I guess, all right. Got a ripper here. It is tempting to replace my bat with a ripper, but I did just spend a whole bunch of money on the Rockville Slugger, so we'll hold off on that. These anti-material rifles, especially the oops, I got into sorting and I didn't mean to. Anyways, here we go. Especially the 50 caliber variants here. Boy, it's tempting for sure. But I think we're going to get another chance at maybe a Overseer's Guardian here before too long. So there again, I think I will save my caps on that. Anything else here that is coming up? Oh, the party starter. Even I, with my very, generous carry capacity, since I'm not looting, I can carry a whole lot more guns than most characters. But even so, I don't think I've got the capacity for party starter. Nothing else that jumps out at me. If I do find a combat rifle that has a silencer on it, I'm going to buy it because I think that requires gun nut 4, and I don't have it yet. It's a ways off. Chest piece that reflects damage. I think I'm going to stick with my with the one that I got, even though it's only leather. The agility and perception are extremely helpful for somebody who likes bats like I do. As for this right greave, would be nice, but didn't I just buy a new piece of right leg armor? Where did it go? Where did it go? We got Destroyer's left leg. You know what? How much? Oh, I just noticed the price. Never mind. I was starting to feel rich. 9,000 caps almost for a single piece of armor puts me in my place. I am a long way from being rich. And do we have a combat helmet by chance? No. Really looking, keeping an eye out for a combat helmet. Would like to. My metal helmet's fine, but a combat helmet would be better. Nope, nothing interesting. Although, Arturo has a 2 power armor frame. I didn't think I was going to have any chance at power armor in this playthrough, but there are frames available for sale from some vendors, and somebody did remind me that you can earn a number of pieces during Brotherhood of Steel quests, so power armor may still be something available to us in the future. How are we doing on ammo? I think we've got enough ammo that we don't need to be buying any from Cleo. So Cleo, I am sorry that we could not do any business today, but I'm sure next time. Boy, there's a lot of things to do around Goodneighbor, and I may end up spending a little time here. But for right now, I know where there is a companion available. I'm also curious to go explore that player home that's available to me. I might do that after we get McCready hired. What time is it? It's 3:19 in the morning. I wonder if what's her name is even going to be putting on a show in here. Oh. No, this is not where I thought I was. I thought I was headed to the bar. This is the Hotel Rexford, though.
Maybe if you stopped using, you could focus.
So we'll have to just kind of sit through this. You know what? I think we're going to spend the night here at the Hotel Rexford and pick up exploring Goodneighbor a little bit tomorrow.
Hey there.
Claire, would you rent us a room for the night?
Rooms. One room specifically. Payment due up front.
All right. How much is it? 10 caps?
Deal.
The room is on the top floor. When you come to the hallway, it's the last one on the right.
All right.
I just clean up around here.
And now that I think about it, this is also where we can encounter the Vault-Tec rep. And I just finished building a tier 3 junk vendor. So, hello, Vault-Tec rep. Would you like to come and work for me?
No, it can't. It's you from Sanctuary Hill.
You have a heck of a memory, Vault-Tec rep. Especially considering the last time you saw me, my face was covered in bruises. And this time around, due to a glitch, I have highly inappropriate blackface on.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm
that's me.
What? You don't remember me? I sold you that space.
Actually, you
in the
didn't
vault.
sell me space in the vault.
But then
You gave
I
me
wasn't
space
on
in the
list to
vault.
get in.
Who's got the better memory
Look
now?
at you.
It was because of my husband's service to the country that we were getting space in the vault.
How's that possible?
Remember?
The vault had these pods that froze us in place. I only thought out recently.
Mary's too nice to be mean to this guy. He was so clearly uncomfortable, and when he came to the door, she could tell that he was had
Living through the
some sympathy for her situation.
decay and the bloodshed.
It sounds pretty awful.
I'm a ghoul. A freak.
Sorry, man. Like,
I didn't know this would
not my
happen.
fault.
You know,
But sorry anyway.
The only other person I met from before. Oh, God. I've been so alone here. No Commonwealth settlement. Once a ghoul with 200 years of Vault-Tec sales experience.
I mean, really, 200 years? Did you truly sell Vault-Tec for 200
Hey,
years?
you know you
But
could
you're
head back
welcome
to
to go to
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
I'll come visit. I promise.
Really? You will? Okay. I'll head over there right now. You promise you'll come visit, right? I'll see you there.
So, yeah, can't send him directly to Hangman's Alley, but I am eventually going to move him over to Hangman's Alley so that he can be my vendor at my shop and upgrade it to a tier 4, which is going to be awesome. Stan Slavin, I don't know who you are, but I think I'm just going to barge into your room in the middle of the night and wake you up and to have a conversation.
Keep things cool, and we won't have to tussle, got it?
Fair enough. Is that it? Boy, you are awfully nice for having had me just barge into your room in the middle of the night. Before we go to sleep here, though, let's get ourselves properly hydrated and properly fed so that we can try and reduce our chance of catching a disease. And since we're about to save the game, what do we want for a perk? I think that with things that I have coming up, that Goodneighbor 3 would probably make some sense. Of the perks that I've been trying to keep up with so far, it's actually the only one that's open, so Goodneighbor 3 it is. Let's have a sleep, and I am going to kind of poke around Goodneighbor tomorrow, at least until the evening, to try and get the right time of day and the right mood for entering the third rail. So I'll come back to you in a bit. Oh, I'm sick. I hope there's a doctor in town. Well, here we are at the entrance to the third rail. And I tell you what, this, for me, is kind of one of those iconic moments from Fallout 4. You know, first walking in here and finding our singer, you know, some smooth jazz and a weird robot bartender. I just love it. I had thought about running around Goodneighbor and picking up quests, but I realized that there's probably some opportunities right here in Goodneighbor to start getting McCready's affinity up, and so decided to wait on doing that until we could go ahead and have McCready with us. So we're going to have a little chat with the bartender here, and I have gone ahead and gone inside that Creation Club player home, and the first thing that it said I should do is come over here and investigate the bar. So we'll go ahead and do that too, actually. We've got the architect's note here. I can read this, apparently, without having to take it. So 3 drinks in and we've got nowhere, trying to follow machine's logic, trying to play connect dots with Racer. Basically, there's an AI at this player home that has escaped into the body of a robot, and the architect is trying to find it. Why he's left a note on the bar and why the bartender hasn't cleaned it up is maybe a question for the creator of this particular content. Anyway, speaking of which, it's been a long time since I had to write an analog, so they did it in the old days. They put pen to paper and then bind it into a book. People would then put those books into a library, use to teach the next man. Over the time, all of that was converted into binary data, spit back out into a terminal text. I suppose in the end, it's just 2 different ways of saying the same thing. Oh my God, that's it. The Boston Public Library. Their database has a ton of potentially dangerous information, not to mention maps of the Commonwealth. That has to be where it went. So I guess the library is the next stop for that. And since we did get a quest to go to that library already, that is going to dovetail nicely. As for Magnolia here, I think that the performance that Wonder Woman, Linda Carter gave as Magnolia was just absolutely top notch. What about Whitechapel Charlie here?
You ain't buying beer.
You ain't buying beer. Well, I don't need beer, but who's the singer?
That is Magnolia, flower of the third rail. Anything you want.
Well, fair enough, Whitechapel Charlie. That is respectful for you to say.
You gonna order?
What are we gonna order?
The third rail?
I'm not ordering
Is this your
yet. The
place?
third rail.
What?
Is this your place? No. It's Hancock's.
Oh, Charlie.
The floor clean, the drinks dirty. Man, I love this place. I did see Hancock give his speech to the residents of Goodneighbor, so
Never get on his bad side.
we have at least a little bit of an idea of what he's all about.
So what's your poison?
Alright, I will make a note to stay on the good side of his bodyguard.
Redhead with the condescending stare. Trust me, cub.
She is kind of scary. If you go back and watch the scene where Hancock stabbed that guy, she was just there. She was in the background, just keeping an eye on him.
Say there's a newcomer around here who doesn't understand it. Oh, now, are you gonna drink?
Alright, Whitechapel Charlie, let's see what you got for barter.
Don't bother tipping. I'm already overcharging you.
Alright, he doesn't have very much in the way of caps. I don't think I have anything that I am interested in selling, and he doesn't really have anything that I am interested in buying. So we'll leave that for now.
Got a proposition for you. I need a dirty girl to do some dirty, dirty work. Blood on the pavement.
I'm not much of a dirty girl, but I am interested in work. What do we got going on here, Charlie?
I want to hear the details first.
I got a certain anonymous client who's paying top dollar for a clean-up job. 3 locations. Everyone inside.
Yeah, I probably should have already gotten McCready for this. I bet he's very much a mercenary and would be probably up for all this. Piper, maybe not so much.
That's where you come. The job's 200 caps. Payment after it's
Payment after
done.
it's done. Well,
I don't do work.
who am I working
unless I know who's
for?
paying.
All right, Gov. Not like
Probably
it's
Hancock.
Mayor Hancock is front. Look, it's nothing you need to be concerned about.
3
So,
locations.
let's try and get
That's a
some more
lot
money.
of time. A lot of bullets.
Well, I guess we could sweeten the pot.
Too
We're gonna
low.
push it
Barely
again.
covers the risks.
All right, Gov. 300.
And you know, I already lost one speech check this time earlier this episode, but I'm gonna go for
Charlie.
Giving me a right kick in the elbows.
it. All right, we did it.
But that's as high as I'm going.
I'll get it done.
I'll take it. We'll get her done.
Go out there and bust some heads.
Yeah, Piper, I know you didn't like that. All right. Let's have a chat with Magnolia, who is...
You're blocking my light,
I
though.
was getting ready to sit sitting at the bar, but... I'm glad this didn't happen the first time I came in the third rail. It would have spoiled the atmosphere and the mood quite a bit. I
Excuse me, miss.
am curious about you, Magnolia, but having you sit midair like that is a little unnerving.
I loved the song.
The song was
It was
lovely.
perfect.
Real great set this evening, ma'am. Of songs, that is. Oh, is it warm in here?
Oh, well,
Piper?
a girl tries her best.
Does
There's something
is Piper gay? She just
Don't tell me.
came on to this woman.
I think
I never knew. I guess I just always
you're good with your words.
I have always played a male character. I've never had Piper with me for this interaction, and
To my part of town.
I guess I just always assumed she was straight because eventually you get far enough along with her and you can flirt with her as a man. Interesting. Learn something new about Fallout every time I play it.
What do you think?
So what do you, I actually I was so just gobsmacked there. I wasn't paying attention to what she was even saying.
Answer questions, right?
What can I do for you? Well, Mary is straight, so she's not going to flirt with
How'd you end up singing here?
Magnolia
Oh,
here,
I blew
but
it down
let's
like
ask her
every
some
song.
information.
Well, this place has a stage. I needed to sing. Was there anything?
Well, fair enough, Magnolia.
Whitechapel Charlie.
So I actually already know who Whitechapel Charlie is, but I do want to advance the conversation, so
Neither do I, really.
let's
I guess that's why we get along.
let's see here.
You should get
What
to
do we
know
get?
him, though. Or
I do know that if you flirt with Magnolia enough, you can take her back to your hotel room, but again, we're going to
you need anything else?
play that Mary, although she has certainly bad
on.
experience with
Tell me
men,
the whole
is still straight.
Who were you before all this?
You really want to know? It's
And
always
since I've always played a man before,
now. Can I help you with anything
it's
else?
this is interesting to me because I've never seen these dialogue options before. I always just skipped straight to the flirting.
I wouldn't
So,
mind hearing
how about
another
another
song.
song,
Good
Magnolia?
musician listens to her audience. How about this one?
Thanks, doll. If she had a tip container out here, I'd throw some caps in it. Meanwhile, McCready, I am gonna get my pistol out. I'm not gonna put my armor. I don't think that combat is a potential outcome here, but I'm not 100% sure since I'm gonna be probably trying some tough speed checks that I would normally not.
I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. So why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here?
Oh, McCready, you're bold.
Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, McCready. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with Goodneighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
Alright, after a lot of threats, nothing happens.
Hi.
Look,
McCready,
you're preaching about the
I
Addon.
gotta tell you, I am kind of liking the cut of your jib, the way you...
Need a hired gun.
the way you stood up to those guys. If we needed a higher gun, well, I
Maybe.
am kind of curious who
Why
those
don't you tell me who
jerks
those guys
were.
first?
Couple of morons looking to climb the ladder of success. Shouldn't be surprised, though.
All right,
That's how it
well,
goes when you run with the gunners.
former gunner McCready.
Never
I
heard
know
of the
that these
Gunners.
guys are mercenaries and they're
Biggest
hardcore.
gangs in the Commonwealth. Got a rep for being crazy.
Well, he calls them a gang. I
Tightly
don't
wound.
know.
You think they were a cult or something?
Maybe.
Stuck with
I mean,
them
we
for a
never.
while 'cause the
We
money
know the
was
gunners are supposed to be mercenaries, and yet we never know
That's why I made
who's
a
hiring
break
them
and
to
started
do
flying solo.
well
Now what about you?
anything.
How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
Well,
All I can give you is my
I
word.
am
And
not the
bunch
kind of
of
person to
Bunch of
shoot my
caps,
friends or the hired help.
Okay, hotshot. Price is 250 caps. Up front. There's no room for bargaining.
You know, that I am tempted to try the speech check here, except that I'm afraid that it's going to make him like me less.
You've got a
So
deal.
we're just
Now
going
you're
to
speaking my
say,
language.
yeah, you got
Alright,
a
boss.
deal.
You got yourself an extra gun.
And I just realized that I probably should have taken the armor off of Piper. I think we can catch her before she leaves the room. So, Piper, before you leave, I need
This is what I've got.
I need my stuff. Sorry. We're gonna take all the armor off of you, and we are gonna give that to McCready. But you can have your hat, and you can have your trench coat. Those road leathers were hers. They came with her original inventory, so she gets to keep them.
Hey.
But McCready,
Hey,
Need something?
let's talk for a second.
your thoughts?
What's
Get
going
this
on,
show
man?
the road.
Fair enough. We got.
Nothing else.
We haven't been around together long enough to
Hey,
have much of an opinion, but let's go ahead and get some armor on you. He also has some road leathers, so that is that's good. So we're gonna put that on him, and all this lightweight gear, and the extra backpack, and the metal helmet. And I think that is everything that we've been putting on our companions. So let's go ahead and put all this on here and give him that. And I mean, it's a look, McCready, but I think you might want some shoes. Put the road leathers on him, and that is a much better look. Let's go see what we can do around town, McCready. I think I'm going to go ahead and take care of those guys at the warehouse first. But before I do that, let's go ahead and have ourselves a little drink. And
Nothing stays hidden forever.
I am currently sick. I so far have not been able to find a doctor in town.
Gotta admit, Magnolia's got a hell of a voice.
Rufus, do I remember that you might give me a
What do you think of
quest?
the place?
seems like my
I
kind
think
of
it's
place.
my kind of
Bit of a
place.
rough town, but beats cowering behind the walls at Diamonds. Name's Rufus. I do repairs around here. Keep the robots running, sell a bit of scrap, that sort of thing.
All right,
Not
Rufus.
here. Drinking
Sell a
this
bit of
swill
scrap.
Charlie
I'm
calls
interested.
tea. I'm usually over at the Hotel Rexford. Looking for parts? I own.
we'll
What's the job?
at least ask what the job is.
But I swear, Charlie must have found it in a sewer. Found this holotape while doing repairs at the Rexford.
Oh, I remember this. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do this quest or not, but we'll give her a shot.
With all the bombs and all, which is where you come in.
I assume this is
And I'm curious if McCready is going to, like, ask him for more money.
Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
What's the catch?
So, what's the
Place
catch?
it's in isn't empty. Might have to shoot your way in. Are you gonna take the job?
We
This isn't
We
exactly
might,
the
for more
safest
money.
neighborhood.
We'll see.
What about hazard pay?
Fair point. 300 caps plus beer. Are you gonna take the job?
Mary does not drink much
Isn't brewing equipment gonna be
after her experiences with her
Usually it is.
deadbeat husband.
but
Alcohol
apparently
doesn't have
this machine has
much of
been
an
made
appeal to
to
her,
us.
so the
That
beer
shouldn't be a problem.
is not going to
Think you
cut
can
it.
get a
I
hold of
think
that
we're going to have
brewing
to ask
machine
for some more caps.
Have you seen how many super mutants are out there?
You drive a hard bargain. 400 caps plus beer. But that's all. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Yes,
Great.
I'm in.
So,
We'll at least give it
brewing
a try.
machine's in the basement of an old bar called the Shamrock.
I think this
When you
involves
leave
picking up a
town,
holotape
make your
or a
way
key,
around
which
east
is
to
going to
the
make it
Atlantic.
not
Great
something I
big
can
green sun.
complete, but at least we
Back
got some
here
experience
with the-
points for passing those speech checks. And I'm a little disappointed that McCready didn't seem to react to asking for more caps, which I kind of figured as a mercenary that asking for more caps would be kind of McCready's thing. There's another job we can pick up here over at Hotel Rexford. And that is also something I'm not really thinking I'm going to be able to complete, but here again we can get some experience points for
Didn't I just see you?
passing some speech checks. I am looking for work. I already know what Jet is. I've actually made a whole lot of it
You know
myself.
the gunners, right? The high-end mercenaries? Well, a few of them were talking
Yes,
about
yes, I do know
around
about the
that old
Gunners.
hallucinogen building.
Just met a couple of
I
them.
mean, just think about that name. There's got to be some shit there that's out of this world.
200 caps.
You said gunners are out
I
there?
don't know.
Blackest-hearted
If there's gunners there, I am not sure though. So you told me how hard this job is going to be. I think that I might need some more money.
All right, let's make it 250.
Anything more you can tell me about hallucinogen?
Like I
Well,
said, that name's
maybe.
killer. They probably the gunners were willing.
Could
to
be
send
dangerous
a team in there,
though.
and those
I
guys
mean,
don't go after lame marks.
here again, you're talking up how dangerous these gunners are. I think we're going to need more money.
I did say that, didn't I? How about 300?
Goodneighbor's full of
No, I think we need more than
plenty
that.
of money to fund this job.
You're going to make a ton of money off of whatever I get from there. So, all right,
400 caps, that's all I can put out.
All right.
we'll accept the job.
We have a deal.
You're
And
the best. The absolute best.
at some point, we're probably going to end up having to. All right, good. McCready liked that. At some point, we're going to end up having to go to hallucinogen
Your room is
anyway.
upstairs,
So-
top floor. The last one on the right down the long hallway.
Guess my room is still open to me, but don't really think that I'm going to spend another night here. Morowski doesn't want to talk to me just yet, so just notice that we're hungry. Let's have some vegetables and see if that kind of takes the edge off. And gourd.
Get the hell out.
Is that? Oh man, we're still hungry. Uh-oh. I suppose that makes sense. Actually, I'm sick with parasites, and so yeah, we gotta feed a tapeworm, I guess, to get rid of our hunger. I wonder if maybe there's a doctor here in the State House, or I wonder if there's a doctor here in the Memory Den. certainly this risks skipping forward a little bit in the main quest line, but I think that we're set up and that this place is okay to approach without actually breaking the main quest. And you look familiar. I would swear that I saw you at Diamond City.
I think
Anyway.
you're the wrong place, sweetheart.
Hello, Irma.
You don't look like you need the memory den. Do you even know what we...
Actually, no. Mary has not even the foggiest what is being done here.
No idea. What is this place?
The name's kind of a big hint. Memories. We let our selective clients relive the past. And we don't accept just anything.
Well, that sounds like you're not going to let me in here.
You're cautious. I
But
respect
I'm kind of persuasive.
But I think I can handle it. If you'll just give me a chance.
Well, I suppose there's no harm in giving you a trial run. Now, memories involving other people are easiest. Recent events.
I lost my...
Yeah, there's that time my baby got stolen.
Kidnapping. I'd do anything to see him again.
A missing child. Oh, that's awful.
Right?
All right, sit down in the lounger. Let's see what memory we can find.
Okay, this is interesting. I haven't ever done this before. I wonder what's going to happen if we're going to maybe skip needing to talk to Nick Valentine at all. It says sit in the memory lounger. Where's... Okay, which memory lounger do I need to sit in? Let's activate this quest. And I guess we're sitting in this memory lounger.
Dr. Amari, we have a new quest. Can you find a memory we can plug into?
What kind of memory are we looking for?
Our client is a mother. Look for a memory about her baby.
All right. Scanning the hippocampus. I found something. Very recent. The sync with the temporal lobes is strong.
That's the one.
I am fascinated to see what's going to happen here. Because I don't think I've ever come to the memory den out of order before.
Here you are. Your memory. Just relax. We'll be monitoring your vitals on this end.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Oh, wow. Now this is interesting though because I mean this can't be my memory because I'm allowed to walk around, right? Although of particular interest to me here is Mary's face is all messed up like it was in the beginning of the game, so it doesn't just take your character's current face, which you might have changed, or like her hair is what the original hairstyle was. Wow. Can we interact with anything in here?
Doing this? Why are you doing this?
We can ask questions and we can...
Be a part of this?
Everything's gonna be okay?
No, please.
Wow, this has got to be just so traumatic for Mary. Holy smokes.
I'm not giving you shot!
Because even though her husband was abusive, the tragedy there with the two of them.
At least we still have the backup.
Still got the backup. The tragedy with the two of them was that Mary still loved Nate, and that is the case often with those kinds of relationships.
Try to calm down. Your blood pressure is spiking. I'll have you out of there in
3, 2, 1, huh?
2, 1.
So weird that we were able to walk around in that memory because we couldn't, which makes it not exactly a memory, and yet we couldn't see from our pod that those two used a relay, to essentially teleport out of the room. There was just a bright flash that we saw, and sure enough, that is what we experienced here, where we didn't see how they left the vault. So,
Wasn't there?
why that memory? Because that was very unpleasant.
We find the clearest memory we can for the first time. That one.
It makes sense that that one stands out.
You need help, sweetheart. And I know just the man. His name's Nick Valentine.
So this loops us back into Diamond City. Okay, so we haven't broke the main quest line. That's good. And I got to experience a new thing in Fallout 4. Even better. Oh, and we got a pile of experience points. Fantastic. So, although that was awful for Mary, for us as the player, that was great all around. Nothing back here, but I do know that down in the basement is not Dr. Amari. Dr. Amari is up here.
Amari,
do you maybe want to cure sickness?
Please don't lean on, jump on, or kick them. Before you ask,
I'm guessing no.
So I don't want to hear it.
Which is too bad.
Can't pick
Like I
this.
say, guess I don't know why I'm even coming down here, because even if I could open that door, what would be the point? I can't pick anything up from down there. However, we also have another opportunity to pick up another quest while we're here. Because this guy
Excuse me.
sure does love the Silver Shroud.
Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just got to escape a little to make it through the day.
Boy, you got that right.
It's a mess out there.
It's rough in the best of days. But now, you ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
My family and I used to.
I did, and I would remember that from pre-war.
The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
I was.
Well, turns out that I'm hundreds of years old.
I only just woke up.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
Sure.
Who's
just,
Mr. Abominable?
Just like Mr.
Got
Abominable.
frozen in an iceberg from prehistoric times. When they thawed him out, he went on a rampage. It took the Shroud and Man-to-Man combined to take him down. Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days must take some getting used to.
That's an understatement.
That is an understatement.
But we gotta try to make it better. I got a question for you. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life. So we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
I mean,
good on you.
Good for you.
This has
I don't know that it's a great idea, but
I just have to do something, you know? I've built my own custom machine gun.
oh shoot, Creed is like that. That is unfortunate. Trying to make him like us.
Important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show.
I mean, I'd like to, Kent, but that is going to be...
Do you really need the costume?
So do you really need
just
it?
Another armed hooligan. But if the Silver Shroud came to life and helped people, it would give everyone hope.
I might do
It's a cool idea,
if you
Kent,
make it worth my while.
but
I can give you some caps up front.
we're going to need some
Just
money.
promise she'll help me.
Caps up front. Oh man, that makes me feel even worse about taking this, but we'll try. I mean, we were able to get Piper to complete that one quest for us.
Pilot over at Hubris Comics. So that's where you find me.
I like Kent enough that if I can get McCready to pick up the Silver Shroud costume for me, I will have him do that and complete that quest. Otherwise, Kent will probably have to sit there in limbo forever. So we didn't find a doctor in here. I think kind of the last place to even look for one is going to be here at the State House. Let's see if Hancock's around and see if he might be able to point us in the direction of a doctor. At the very least, maybe he can give us a little bit more on these warehouses that we're going to be clearing out. I don't think that there's any real point in looking around here, but just in case there's kind of anybody to talk to or whatever, I will just kind of poke around, open some doors, see what I can find. I know Hancock usually hangs out on the top floor, like I said, but just kind of curious, like I said, see if there's anyone around here to talk to. Doesn't look like it. Well, it does look like there's a jail cell in the basement, and I wonder if that is ever used for anything. Oops. Spiral stairs. Almost fall off the spiral stairs.
When they aren't defending their homes, discipline them around.
So, not a problem.
Yeah, nothing but just empty closets around here. And this doorway that I think that leads out onto the balcony. Well, my new friend Hancock.
I like it. Too bad about Finn. Gonna miss him next super mutant attack.
Yeah, you know, I had him under control, Hancock. You didn't really have to stab him.
What's your story?
What is your story?
My favorite subject. I came into this town about a decade ago. Had a smooth set of skin back then. While I was busy making myself...
Ooh, you're a recent ghoul then.
I would go on these... any chems I could find, the more exotic the better. Finally found this experimental radiation drug. Only one of its kind left, and only... oh man, the high was so worth it. Yeah, I'm living with the side effects, but hey, what's not to love about immortality?
I mean, if I had a choice between being immortal as a ghoul and being mortal as not a ghoul...
Well, not exactly.
Oh, that's a tough choice.
Ghouls just age really, really slow. Something about the rads, maybe.
Although chem use definitely prepared you for a career in politics.
People respect me because I don't put myself above them, alright? I sling and shoot up just like the next guy. Now, before you bring me down, is there anything else you need?
Well,
Did I hear
what can you tell me about the Institute? Because I keep hearing about the Institute.
I do it every once in a while in case they're listening in. I want those synth makers to know that Goodneighbor is off limits. No one gets replaced in my...
I don't know, Hancock. If they're going to replace somebody,
What did you come
they don't need your permission.
Why does the
Can you tell me any more about the Institute?
Hell if I know. Mess with people's heads, control us from the shadows. No one knows where the Institute is, what kind of people they are, or why they've decided to enter. Just to be clear.
Engineer their own slaves. That's an interesting perspective,
I don't care if you're a
Hancock.
synth, ghoul, or even a super mutant. So long as you play nice.
Because I feel like if you're going to have to count
Still under the Institute's control, don't play
synths
nice.
as slaves, then
What else you need?
we have to think that synths are alive. And
Tell me more
Mary
about this town.
is on the fence about artificial intelligence.
Freaks, misfits, and troublemakers. And that's why everyone here lives their own life, their own way. No judgments. Now, was there anything else?
Goodneighbor kind of sounds like a hippie commune, doesn't it?
Work, huh? I'll tell you what, I got reconnaissance needs. There's a lot of weird talk coming in about a place called the Pigment.
Oh,
It's
the Pigment
raider
Gallery.
territory up there, but they've been quiet. Like uncomfortable.
I think-
Coy is quiet. Snoop it out and give me the word.
I think that we're going to be able to complete that quest.
What else
But
can you
tell me about the Pigment Gallery before...
Nothing. That's why I'm paying you to go out there.
Fair enough,
I might
Hancock.
be interested. But let's talk money, Hancock.
Okay. Usual job pays 200, but I like you. So let's push it to 250.
You said
can do
things
better
have
than
gone
that,
quiet.
Hancock.
That means extra risks to cover.
I like where your head's at. Let's make it 300 caps.
And... you know, the experience points are worth more than the money. Even if I fail, it's
If
alright.
you
So
can't
I'm
put
going
real
to
money on the
try
table,
asking for even
I'm
more.
out.
Ruthless. Nice. You might actually live long enough for me to pay you. All right, 400 caps. That's all the town coffers can bear.
Sure you can't kick any more in on your own yet? Okay.
Scout out Pickman Gallery.
Let's go for it.
On it.
Cool. Be thorough, okay? I'm not paying for a look-see. Find out what's really going on there.
So, what you're saying, Hancock, is this is not so much a recon as it is a search and destroy. That's okay. I think that Mary is up for it. When it comes to raiders, she is, well, she is more than capable when it comes to raiders. And is there anybody else up here that we can talk to? Not seeing anybody. Although, there's a couple people. No, just a random drifter. Another random drifter. Another drifter. Alright, well. Is there any place else to go to here in Goodneighbor? I don't. Let's see. No, nothing springs to mind. I think we've gone and gotten all the quests. So let's go clear out some warehouses real quick.
Sweet Pip-Boy, sister.
We're just gonna find, where was that quest? Not Silver Shroud, not the brewing machine. Wonder if it's down to miscellaneous. Here we go. Clear out the Goodneighbor warehouses. Let's go just take a look at these. Pistol out and armor on. Actually, I think we'll leave the destroyers, not use the destroyer's leg just yet. We'll wait until we can get that shadowed and muffled. It is much more important that we do not break our sneak versus moving ever so slightly faster. And I seem to be missing. There we go. The chest piece. There we go. Alright. So we're supposed to be here, but this is technically a crime. And I suppose if I was doing a no crimes run, that this would be off limits. But we're not doing a no crimes run. We're doing we are doing a no loot run. And I think that this silenced pistol is going to be more than adequate for taking care of these guys. And now that our sneak is all the way up at sneak 4, we can even move along at a pretty good clip without having to worry about getting caught. So shoot this guy right in the back.
Where'd that come from?
Alright, so, whoa. So we're just about broke our sneak. We're caution brackets were way out there, but
every second you hide, I just get mad.
Kind of surprised McCready isn't just going nuts on these people. Instead, he has decided to. Well, he's decided to do some kind of fourth dimensional things with that wall. I don't know what's up with that. But, yep, those legs. Let's see if we can just take this guy out with a shot to the leg. There's another dude coming down, and same thing. We got a 70% chance on his leg. Yep. Just took his leg out from underneath him. And here comes another guy who wants to show me his legs. Alright, this time around we're going to have a better shot at his torso. And I think that is probably everybody. Oh, no. No, this guy is, unfortunately, it looked like he was using that urinal, and unfortunately, that's no way to go, man. Shot in the back while you're trying to take a piss, but c'est la vie. And nothing else up here. Okay, I think this warehouse is clear, and I think I've kind of showed how this is going to go, so I am going to break away and get the other two warehouses. I got one last thing that I want to try and do today, and that is see if we can pick up the big dig.
Depends on
Well, it kind of depends on what kind of work you're looking at here.
If you don't mind a little manual labor, and don't ask too many questions.
I mean, that has all kinds of red flags.
Interested?
But what about telling me just a little bit more?
Project I'm working on. A big one.
Okay, Bobby, that is still pretty vague, and I don't have my charisma gear on, so let's fix that and see if we can maybe negotiate for some more money.
Depends on the work.
You'll never find a more fair and honest job.
Anybody who says that you'll never find a more honest job is clearly lying. Especially if you're not supposed to ask questions.
I'll give you 50 caps to start. Interested?
I'm gonna need more to go on.
I'm curious if there's going to be another speech check behind this. So we're going to repeat that one.
So little discretion is called for. I got a delicate house of cards going here.
Delicate house of cards. Well, what could that be? 50 caps is not very much money.
This is just a bad
Try again.
You're killing me here. 150 to start.
No.
Still not.
No, try again.
And that's as high as I go. Jeez.
Well, I tell you what, you can get a lot of experience points from passing speech checks.
I'm in.
So I'm in. I don't know if I can complete this quest or not, but I think I say that about almost every quest that I pick up. And I think that is probably enough for today. We can dig into the big dig a little bit more with the next episode. This has already been kind of a supersized episode as it is, but we had a big day. We discovered that there are situations where a companion can be used to complete a quest for us where we can't pick up something up that the companion will. And I will not abuse that, but at least for a main story quest, I'm going to try it first before I pick something up myself. We showed off Oberland Station, and we went and finished a fairly major side quest with Confidence Man. We've got ourselves over to Goodneighbor. We got a new store in our settlement today, and we fully explored Goodneighbor, got ourselves a new companion, and we're already on our way to having him like us. And McCready's perk is pretty good. It's not as broken as it was before they patched it, but it still is great for somebody who wants to use a sniper rifle and VATS. It really is. So we're wanting that, and yeah, fully explored Goodneighbor and completed a little side quest here. Picked up some other side quests, and that is going to give us plenty to do next week. Until then, my name is Nacho Bidness, and I'm saying it's a great big wasteland out there. Let's go have fun in it.